Isolation Protocol Day 121. We are a couple of days into the 18th week of this lockdown and having to go back into lockdown because of an upsurge in cases. So not a really huge uptick, but uh, yeah, enough that it makes me nervous to go out. I was kind of looking forward to, shopping, going over to visit people. Yeah, dog parks reopening because they are shut down again. But that's not happening. So, oh well. Uh, I forgot what day it was. I thought today was Tuesday, and I was getting all set to do my 2-minute Tuesday reading from Wicked Witch, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chapter 6, the first scene in chapter 6. But yeah, turns out it's Wednesday. When did that happen? It's not like I didn't know yesterday was Tuesday. I had taken the garbage out, and the truck came by and picked it up. I ran to the post office and knew that it was a Tuesday when I took a look at the tracking information on a package that I sent. Maybe my brain thought that 2 Tuesdays happened in a row or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. Uh, so let's see. What's new? Still slogging away on a bunch of sleeves. I got so tired of doing sleeves. Oops, where did I put it? It is out of reach. Um, so tired of doing sleeves that I grabbed some chunky weight yarn and started whipping up a poncho with pineapple stitch and just making up the pattern as I went along, and it's turning out pretty cute. The skeins that I'm using are 50-gram skeins, but they only have like 60 meters in each one, so they go fast. Fortunately, I have 12 of them because it's only about 8 inches long so far. It's chunky yarn. I'm using an 8mm hook. It's going fast, really, really fast. And let me see if I can reach this. Okay. Oh, almost dropped the hook. I'm also balancing the computer on one knee because my other knee has got a big bruise on it from the dogs getting scared, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, here we go. Poncho. Big, giant pineapple stitches on it. So, yeah, this is 4 skeins already. I wanted it to just come down to like elbow length and be really full, and that's exactly how it's turning out. So, yeah, cool. This is that yarn that sparkles in the light. Hold on, let me see if I can. This is going to wash me out, but let's see if it works. Nope. Okay, that's not going to work. So anyhow, yeah, it is highly reflective thread in there. You can see the thread if I get real close. It's reflecting the computer screen light, the light of the computer screen. So anyhow, uh, without the light shining on it in a direct way like that, you can't see the reflective thread in it at all. It is so cute. And I'm also having a bit of a problem because I've got a terrified dog sitting behind me. Yep, pushing me forward. So, yeah, there's been a lot of noise in the neighborhood. You might hear a lot of noise going on right now because I've got the fan going. It's too hot to turn it off. Washing machine is going. Sounds like the neighbor is doing some housework on one side. The other neighbor is using some kind of power tools in his garage, it sounds like. And the guy across the street is working on his car. So lots of noise going on. I hope that this crappy microphones, pardon my language, um, doesn't pick it all up. So let's go on to reading. Um, this is called Damon. These are just working titles so that I know what's in the chapter. Damon slash kitten. Kittens, excuse me. Kitten is a different channel, a different chapter. Uh, let's see. In the first couple of chapters, Max gets more and more disillusioned with the move, with the school, with the people in the school, um, with mom making her do all this babysitting and not paying her for it. She's missing her grandmother and cousins, and just miserable, and pretty much making everybody around her miserable too. So um, it's a rainy day here, and uh, yeah, we're taking up after school here. Max trudged through the rain, her hair dripping water into her eyes whenever she looked up. Her feet were soaked. Water sloshed in her chucks with every step. She waited outside the gate at the boys' school. Little by little, a crowd of vehicles pulled up. After the loading zone was filled, cars started double parking. For at least the 50th time, Max wished she had checked the weather forecast. A young man with a large black umbrella strode up the sidewalk from the opposite direction. Max stepped aside to let him pass, but he stopped. A bit wet today, isn't it? Max looked up, her bedraggled hair dripping into her eyes again. Excuse me? The rain. Unexpected. Max grunted and nodded. Would you care for my umbrella? Max shook her head, sending water flying. I'm already as wet as I can get. No sense you getting soaked too. Okay, if you're sure. Max stared at the school, waiting for the doors to open. After a full minute, she asked the man, Do you have kids here? He didn't seem old enough. No, picking up my cousin's kid. You? Brothers and sister. Uh-huh. I'm Damon. Max. They stood in silence another minute, then Max tilted her head. Do you hear that? No. What? Max dropped down to her knees to peer under the waiting vehicles. A cat. The man crouched next to her, careful not to get wet. I think it's in the storm drain. Oh, no! Max peered through the grate. Yes, I see it. Without a second thought, she plopped down in the muddy gutter and reached down. Got it. She pulled and worked the cat through the narrow opening. Oh, no, poor thing. She's holding a kitten. Max passed the mama cat and kitten to a woman who had gotten out of her car to see what was going on. She reached down again and again until she was sure she had all the kittens. 4 of them. Someone had brought a flashlight, and they searched the narrow ledge covered with debris and leaves. Convinced they had all of them, Max stood up. Mud ran off her unnoticed. She tucked the last kitten inside her soaked jacket just as her brothers showed up leading Prissy. Max added the mother cat inside of her jacket. Mark, Kyle, and Prissy each took one of the other kittens. Max remembered to go around the back to the mudroom where they all kicked off their muddy shoes. Mama cat and the 4 kittens. That sounds like a music group. Mama cat and the 4 kittens were settled into a laundry basket full of clean towels that Max was supposed to have folded and put away. Oh well, she thought. I'll just have to rewash them after the kittens are dry. Shooing the younger siblings into their rooms, Max said, No touching the kittens until you're all in dry clothes. For her own part, Max put on pajama bottoms and an oversized t-shirt that proclaimed, I'm a bitch? You spelled that wrong, around a silly purple cartoon witch. The boys were already in the mudroom, rubbing the kittens dry when Max finished drying Prissy's hair. I wonder if Prince belongs to this cat. Prince is a kitten that the boys had rescued earlier. They found it in the basement when they moved in 6 days earlier. The school is only 4.5 blocks away, Kyle said. Kittens are about the same size, added Mark. Kyle ran down to the basement and was back in seconds with their kitten. Mama Cat sniffed him and started licking his head. Well, even if it isn't her kitten, she looks like she's adopted him. Max started petting the Mama Cat and rubbing her with a corner of the towel that she had been sitting on. In response, the cat licked her hand. She adopted you too, Max, Prissy said. She had a gray kitten tucked under her tiny chin. I'm naming this one Dimples. She was smiling so big her dimples looked like they were trying to take over her face. Max forced a smile. Yeah, of course. All right, so that is the first part of chapter 6. There's another chapter that I'm thinking, oh, oops, almost dropped the computer there. Another chapter that I'm thinking of adding in there, so chapter numbers will probably change. Right now it's got a question mark. Do I want to add this? So anyhow, that's it for uh, Isolation Protocol Day 1. Oh, no, wait, that's not it. I remembered a fortune cookie. All right, let's see. Fortune cookie. Uh, what do we have? Whoop. 2 fortunes and one of them just blew away with the fan. There we go. 2 fortunes in this one. A distant relationship is beginning to look more promising. Okay. And the second one. Now is a lucky time for you. Take a chance. Take a chance. So I should go out of the house and maybe pick up a lottery ticket? I don't think so. Alrighty, well, anything else? Other than some idiot setting off some more explosions, fireworks and whatever, between midnight and 3 a.m. and terrifying the dogs, which is why I can barely keep my eyes open. I had to calm the dogs down a couple of times, so pretty much got no sleep overnight. There's not much to tell with the poopies. Knitting, yeah. I think I pretty much covered everything. I really should make show notes or something. So that's it for Isolation Protocol Day 121. I'm going to be doing the NaNoWriMo write-in a couple of minutes. So, yep, gonna stop now and upload this. Catch y'all later. Bye.